Welcome, football fans, to North American Sport Histories, the College Football Edition. In this episode, we're going to cover the beginnings of college football, and then after that, the next 50 or so episodes, we're going to be talking about the histories of the top 50 teams as rated by ESPN.
My name is Lee, and we are here to give you some history lessons in not only our favorite sport of all time, but also America's favorite sport, American football. What a great time of year. It's hunting season, it's cooler weather, and it's football season.
Now, to understand how it became the largest sport in the U.S., it is important that we look back into the early origins, which played a crucial role in shaping the landscape of American sports. It influenced the culture, the organizational structure, and even the competitive spirit. Our lesson begins on November 6th, 1869. Rutgers and Princeton University would face off in what is widely regarded as the first ever football game. Played on Rutgers' main campus in New Brunswick, New Jersey, this match would bear little resemblance to the modern game. The teams played with 25 players each on a field that was more like a soccer field, and they used a round ball and rules that were like a bit of a mix of soccer and rugby. In the end, Rutgers would win the historic contest 6-4 in the game that would mark the birth of football.
5 years later would see the most progress made with Harvard University and McGill University playing a two-game series in 1874, and it would become a pivotal moment in the evolution of American football. The first game was played under Harvard's soccer-style rules, but the second game was played under McGill's rugby-style rules, and it really was a revelation for the Harvard players. They found the Canadian rules more exciting and dynamic, so Harvard ended up adopting McGill's rules as its preferred style of play. Eventually, over the course of the year, Harvard's adoption of McGill's rugby-style rules influenced other Ivy League schools to adopt that style of play as well, and it made a huge foundational shift in the sport.
In 1876, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, and Columbia would form the Intercollegiate Football Association to standardize the rules and govern the sport. It'd be shortly after the founding of the association that the American football father, Walter Camp, would introduce his take on the rules. They are the down, the snap, the line of scrimmage, and he even structured how the players' roles would be on the field. Lastly, he would reduce his squad from 25 players to the iconic 11 that we see in college football and in the NFL today.
So alas, even with these rules, football's early years would be plagued by severe injuries and even sometimes fatalities as a result. So in 1905, then President Theodore Roosevelt would push for a reform to make the sport a lot safer. The result would come into fruition as the Intercollegiate Association of the United States, or IAAUS. Later, it was to be renamed the iconic National Collegiate Athletic Association, or NCAA, in 1910. The NCAA would end up passing many safety rules for players at this time, some of which were the forward pass and having a neutral zone on the scrimmage line. In the end, all these rules for playing and safety would help to lay the foundation for what would become America's most beloved sport, football. Well, folks, the final whistle has blown on our first episode. Please join us next week for more college football history, stories, and stats as we dive into the iconic Alabama Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on our show here, and tune in next time. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and share with your friends that love football. Have a great week.
Take care, y'all.